Scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a 9x12 video of these funny pictures of my husband and I. And I am using this super duper bright rainbow paper because this is being paired with my Pride pocket page that I have next to it. So I decided to go with the full rainbow theme, and I really loved this paper. And it was bright and happy and fun and made me happy, so I went with it. So these photos are of Patrick and I. We were waiting for to be seated for dinner at the Melting Pot, and I asked to take a selfie, and he made some goofy faces before he finally cracked himself up enough to smile for me. So that is what I decided to focus on, is his goofiness, and this page came together so quick. I decided to cut all these hearts out of the paper, and what I ended up doing, I thought maybe I would matte them on white, or at least some of them on white, but I didn't end up liking that. So what I ended up doing is I initially was going to put these hearts down in a way that they sort of were tone on tone, like tonal, going with the actual flow of the colors. So you can see me lining up the stripes initially so that it goes with the actual background paper, but I decided that that wasn't what I was going for, that I wanted them to stand out a little bit more than that. I'm not a huge fan of not that I'm not a huge fan, it's not really my style to make things not stand out, I guess. Like if I'm going to put something on the paper, I don't really want it to blend into the background. Some people can do that in like really lovely ways. I've seen some really beautiful white layouts done that way that are just so cool, but that is not what I'm trying to achieve here. So while I start putting these down so that they're on the line and blending in, and then immediately I'm like, yeah, no, that's not what I want. I'm going to change this. So you can see me kind of going with it at first, and then I'm going to start mixing it up some. So I'm just kind of going around, and I was like, well, if I turn it, it's kind of cool and perpendicular. It's going around with all these striped colors that I have here. And then I was like, oh my gosh, if I do this one, it's going to be completely upside down. So let's change the color. Oh no, that's not right. So then I'm like, okay, wait, actually I like that. So let's change this up a bit. And now I'm going to start sort of mixing things up and making them stand out a little bit more. I'm still kind of going in the same color vein of the paper so that it, you know, the greens are on the greens and the blues are on the blues and all of that. But I'm making sure that the hearts stand out. Now I'm missing a piece of that heart, but I'm going to cover it up with the photos so you won't be able to tell. So I'm going to start by putting this down right in the center of the paper so that all of the points of color come directly to the photos. And now I'm going to rearrange these hearts a little bit so that they frame the photos a little bit better. I want to make sure some are overlapping. I cannot decide whether or not I want to use that lavender and periwinkle heart. I keep taking it off and putting it on. But I'm getting more comfortable with this composition, so just kind of trying to make it all fit. I want there to be a cute little scatter of hearts. I'm going a little crazy with the hearts. There we go. Okay, so now after I get this part done, I'm like, I don't even really know what I'm going to do with the rest of this page. I have the Pride side done, and I just moved from the pocket page to this page like all in one sitting. So I still have everything sitting out on my desk, so I'm kind of going through what I'd already pulled out so that both sides of the spread sort of match, even though they're not like the same time or the same subject. I still wanted them to sort of match across the spread. So initially I was going to, I am actually going to use these black words. I thought I was going to use different ones, but I think that was a different layout. So I pull out happy, and I'm like, what else? I like you, so happy you, but I felt like that wasn't enough. So I'm going to pull out some thickers, and I'm going to pull out these glittery holographic ones. And I'm going to put Happy Silly You. Then I decided that I need more of those stickers, so I'm going to add to the title, and I'm going to make it, I think, Funny Happy Silly You. Yep, Funny Happy Silly You. Move that heart out of my way so I can get this positioned correctly. You guys, this is actually almost done. Can you believe it? So I'm like, okay, well, actually that could be done, but I need somewhere to journal. So let's add some journaling area. And then also, like, I feel like I need to add just something. Like, there needs to be just a little bit more going on here. So I'm trying to add some more of these hearts in, playing around a bit with color variation. Make sure that that one is underneath the photo to hide that little missing piece. You can see I fuss with these hearts a lot. I want to make sure that they're ending up in a way that frames it rather than just looks like a sticker sneeze sort of a thing. So now I have all of these stickers and things that I've pulled out for the other side of the page, and I'm looking through, pulling anything that will work. I decided that more black would be good, so I'm going to use this sticker, this word strip, and I'm cutting it so that it will fit. These are from Vicki Boutin. It says, "This made me laugh." And I pull out this tag. I think it's a Elle Studio tag. It's pretty old. It was just in my journaling label sort of stash. I'm going to use that to journal. I've got to make sure I leave myself enough room, but I don't have too much to say about these photos, so just a couple lines will be perfect. So I'm kind of feeling like it's off-centered, like it's not quite balanced. So I'm kind of trying to pull something in to see if I can add some more white to balance it. And instead I decide to take that "This made me laugh" and put it on the gray part of this tag. So I'm going to move it down so that I can add some journaling to it. Then I'm going to move that "This made me laugh" over. And when I do that, I feel like there's not enough, like there needs to be balance again. Like I've moved the "This made me laugh" and now everything's off balance. Adding in these hearts from, these are Amy Tangerine, and I'm adding them in their colorway, part of the paper while I am thinking about how I want to create balance. I'm going to add a big one and a small one of each color. It's okay that they don't quite match perfectly. In fact, I like that there's a bit of contrast for most of this, so it works for me. Making sure I grab two of every color. And I just love the way that they both match and sort of offset the other hearts perfectly. Okay, so now this is me going, something's off here. Let me add my journaling in. Still not loving it, so let's move these stickers over. I felt like that gray was just kind of odd and standing out by itself. So then I moved the heart up to see if like maybe I can just make up that space balance, like the lack of balance with that heart, and that just looks weird and silly. So I decided to grab another word strip out, but this time in white with black letters. And I felt like that pulled in both the white and the black from the layout and gave it some balance. So it says, "Work your magic." A little off center, off kilter. And I felt like that really helped the spread. And you know I love words, so there's lots and lots of words, and I thought that that really was perfect. So I'm just kind of fussing with the hearts again, but this layout is all done other than the incessant moving of the hearts. So I'm just showing you both layouts together so you can see how they look. They coordinate but don't match. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. Thank you.